Hello there, I'm your host Arky. With State of Decay 2's release less than a month away, I thought we would break down and discuss one of the most divisive and misunderstood new features coming to State of Decay 2. With the State of Decay 2 coverage series being a year and 3 months old, throughout this time the discussion and knowledge around State of Decay 2's multiplayer has evolved, and we have learned a lot more about how multiplayer will be implemented into the core of State of Decay 2's gameplay experience. Many people still have questions to how player home bases and player resources will work when playing with others. Fans also have many questions to how story progression will work when it comes down to playing through with your friends. And these questions do have answers, so let's dive into it. So the question to how does resource transfer over from your game to your friends, to answer this, we first must look at the two ways to play co-op. This is you join your friend's game world or your friends join in on your game world. Deciding between the two will change a few things. If you choose to have your friends join in on your game, your progress and your outpost/home base decisions will be as they were, and you will literally only see one difference, and that is that you now have players in your world. The second choice being if you join your friend's world. This will change a few things for you. Your friend's home base and outpost will now be where you can find your resources. So the only thing changing between players' worlds when it comes to obtaining resources is where your host's home base is located. We know that any resource obtained by you in your friend's world will also be received in yours just by depositing it back in your home base's storage. The storage in any home base will reflect the player's own storage in their own personal world. And this means you won't run into any issues where co-op partners raid your storage and steal your hard-earned gear. But a cool little fact is that you can choose to trade items between friends, so that is a welcome feature, and I can't wait to trade a deadly shotgun for an even more deadlier spiked baseball bat. I know you're probably thinking a shotgun is way more powerful, and I would just say, just look at Glenn. Wait, too soon. The next big question fans have is how does progression work when playing with friends? So what we know so far without knowing the exact formula Undead Labs is using to tell State of Decay 2's branching and dynamic narrative is we know that State of Decay 2's story is a lot different from your normal linear narrative driven titles. State of Decay 2 has a dynamic narrative which can be best described as an open sandbox storytelling device. What I mean by this is that there is not many set linear narrative paths. Many stories that will be told within State of Decay 2 will be left to the players to tell as they progress their community and complete acquired missions that themselves can even have branching outcomes. The missions players will go on is kind of the backbone of these stories. So what we know about how multiplayer will work with this system is more akin to a open sandbox progression style of storytelling than it is to a single player progression style of storytelling. It is a little difficult to imagine because this type of storytelling in multiplayer is a fairly new and innovative means of storytelling. So the easiest way to explain story progression whilst playing multiplayer is that when you are in a friend's game, their own personal save will progress and your assumed characters and resource will have a mutual and beneficial progression, but your own home base and communities will not have the exact progress as the host players. This means changes made by the host player to their own home base will not reflect upon your own. So to kind of conclude, there is still many things we still are a little unsure of when it comes to how the dynamic narrative works, but many things should be left to players to experience, and it is safe to assume many of these cool and exciting new features are going to change how fans look at the franchise. And State of Decay 2's multiplayer will be a warm and touching welcome to the State of Decay 2 experience. So with all that said, the channel is in a bit of a growing period, so things will change drastically for the better in the coming weeks. Many big and exciting things are in the works, so definitely stay tuned to the coverage and the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to join the family of the longest running State of Decay 2 coverage in the world. Also, consider becoming a notified subscriber so you are notified every time we upload or go live with new content. With that said, please go check out a fellow coverage channel called Alpha Squad Gaming. He is doing great work breaking down many awesome facets of State of Decay 2. And after all that, I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.